Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of FMLPK. I've been joined with Murtaza and Salman. Let's get a few things out of the way before we start. Please support us by joining our mini league. The code is on the right hand side of your screen. Also, check out our Twitter page where we post our final teams, or some of us post our final teams right before kickoff for some insight into what our thinking is. And hit the like and subscribe button as well. All right. So now that's out of the way. Early kickoff, 1st January at 9 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. So you want to make your changes before that. And let's get started. The big news, 2 fixtures delayed this week. Okay. The Premier League's boss is sounding very confident that everything's going to be fine and, continue. But I remember in last March when they gave these confident statements that everything will be fine and the league will go on as planned, and then they retreated on that and cancelled, shut everything down. So with these 2 fixtures delayed, a lot of things I think are now, my whole thinking is changed. I don't think that they will be able to finish this season in the regular time. It ends in May, right? I don't think that they will end the season in May. I think they might end up delaying it like last season. And now the big question then will be, will we get an extra wild card because of that, like a free wild card like we did last season? Will they have the 5 substitution rule? I mean, I just don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. So not only am I thinking about those things, but then again, I have the immediate specific concerns of my team, which we will get to. So let's start in our usual format. Salman, I want to bring you up first. How did you do?
Did pretty well. The Spurs game.
All things considered, I mean.
Yeah, all things considered, I think the Spurs game being called off was a blessing in disguise. I had Holding on the bench, who had a clean sheet and 3 bonus points, and then El Neni as a bencher who also got 3 points. So I got 12 points because of that game not happening. I had Son and Dyer, and I also had Stones from City who also didn't play. So I got 54 points. Okay. I'm in the top 500,000. So I've jumped quite a bit in the ranks. So overall a good week, but you're absolutely right. I think it's wait and see approach would be the best approach right now because of the COVID situation.
So how many transfers do you have in the bank? How many transfers do you have? I'm sorry.
I used my wild card. Okay. I don't plan to make any changes. Right? I'm not making any change unless there is a further postponement announcements which come in tomorrow. I don't plan to make any change. I've got Taylor who's injured. So he goes on to the bench, and I'm assuming that the City versus the Chelsea game won't happen, and the Fulham Burnley game won't happen. If that's the case, I'm still safe. But if there are any other postponements, then I will have to make a change. But as of right now, no plans.
All right. So that looks good. Good pick with Holding, by the way, I must say. And because Arsenal's fixture is looking very nice from game week 17 to 21, and with them getting 2 wins back to back, I mean, could they be in the middle of a purple patch which they so badly needed? We'll have to wait and see, and maybe roll the dice on that by getting an Arsenal defender.
El Neni is 4.4, so that was an easy pick, and he's almost a regular starter. Holding is a certain starter, and I'm hoping for some clean sheets coming. They had some clean sheets at the beginning of this. Saka is just super. Saka is a really talented player.
Last season, he played really well.
In my view, Arsenal has.
Even your Martinelli.
Yeah, Martinelli is really good. I really believe that Oba is holding the team back. And, they played really well without Oba. They beat 3-1.
He's the
Yeah. He has scored 2 or 3 goals all season. He's become slow, so not the right person in the team, and he's the captain, so that's another problem. But in any case, I got lucky with holding. Lacazette has
Lacazette also scoring.
Return rate.
Yeah.
So no change for me. I've designed my team in such a way that I shouldn't be making any change tomorrow.
Of course, you played your wild card. So let's bring up Murtaza's team next, who also used his wild card and also got a similar point output this week as Salman. And again, I think the big story with your team is that because of the City and the Tottenham game getting postponed, at least one of your big hitters just went straight out in Son. And then Diaz also blanking. But you did all right, all things considered. I think we really messed up our captain pick, all of us. I was leaning towards Bamford, but not all of us. Salman got the right captain pick with Fernandes.
Yeah.
So I was leaning towards Bamford, but I was scared, so I just picked Salah.
Considering he wasn't my highest scoring player, but still nobody would captain Alioski, who got
of course
points. But yeah, I got it right with Fernandes.
But Bamford should have been a legitimate captain pick.
And you were going to choose Bamford as the captain.
Even in the 5 goals.
Yes, I was very close to it.
Well, he just had 1 return in the 5 goals, man. Everyone
2 assists.
No, he got credited with 2 assists.
Yeah, 2 assists.
Yeah.
But no goal.
He didn't get a goal.
But he still got more points. He got more points for me than Salah did as captain. So.
Oh yeah.
They were playing West Brom, and we discussed this, how West Brom do so well against the top 6 sides, but overall they're bad, so bad defensively. That means they actually concede. They're much worse against the non-top 6 sides.
Right.
And Leeds should have been like that perfect candidate to open West Brom up. But again, I didn't have the guts to make that call. So hindsight is 2020. What can you do?
Overall,
I hope that
considering my wild card, I had Kane, Grealish, Target, and DCL. All these guys are now gone for me with blank, so it would have been
So the wild card has worked out quite well.
Sort of.
Even though I flipped Chilwell for Robertson or Diaz, if you want to take it, and he returned, but in hindsight, I'm happy, man. It's set up for.
You're okay. It was the right call, yeah.
Although I don't.
So, what are your plans for next week?
Last minute, man. It was so stressful.
I know. We were exchanging messages. Apart from Johnson, I think you have a great team.
Actually, Johnson का मेरा plan ये था. I didn't manage to give you guys the backup there. I want to get in the West Ham goalie for the double. So I was
Fabianski.
Yeah, and then I think Son will go. So that's why I was waiting कि वहाँ पैसे आ जाएंगे, and I'll make that flip. So yeah, McCarthy, man, I love him. I love Southampton versus any other team than
that's the one mistake I made.
He's the boss.
On the wild card, I took out McCarthy, but I got in Meslier, who was on the bench.
Start of the season.
Yeah, I've had him since the start of the season. I got in Meslier in place of McCarthy, and I put him on the bench, and he got a clean sheet. But McCarthy is almost a must-have.
And people shouldn't worry about Stufal. He just had a baby.
He's a regular starter.
So yeah,
I mean, Mitchell started, Kilman started. I don't think they'll be starting tomorrow. They're just rotation players.
So my plan is to sit tight, try and bank the transfer. If I hear news Taylor is not starting, so I don't trust any injury news anymore. Rashford,
after Chilwell
just showed up. I mean, these guys are just nuts, and so I'll just take it. I'd rather have 2 transfers for the blank or carry it over to 19.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with Taylor, he's expected back for the fixture on 3rd January.
Okay.
What I heard last, just saying.
Hamstring.
So I'm gonna Sorry, Salman, carry on. What were you saying?
I'm going to put him in my starting 11, hoping that he'll start.
Yeah, great.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. He is expected back on the 3rd of January, but their next fixture is against Fulham. So we don't know if that fixture is going to happen or not.
Yeah.
Because of the whole COVID thing. So
I mean, then it's okay to put him.
That's a tough call to make.
I guess what I would suggest everyone is to wait on for their transfers till at least the last hour or before deadline and see what
before all the news comes in.
Before all the news comes in. There might be postponements on the 2nd and the 3rd, but you can never account for those. But at least you'll have a better position to understand.
Yeah. All right. So before we get to the captain picks, I'm going to just bring up my team. As you know, as I discussed with you guys, I took the hit last week to get in Taylor, and I don't even know what my second change was. I dropped KDB for Fernandes, and I dropped a defender to get in Taylor. Now, obviously, the injury did not help me out, but the Fernandes to KDB change worked for me, and I did all right. I got 54 points on the board, which is not bad. Now, the big question for me is that, like I discussed, I don't want to have 3 players from one team, and the reason for that is there's like sort of layers to that. First is this COVID fixture delay thing, obviously. And the second thing is, if you look at the results over the last 2 or 3 weeks as a whole, or 4 weeks, all the big teams are dropping points. I mean, Liverpool dropped points after putting 7 past Crystal Palace.
All of them are.
So I think now more than ever, I'm gonna try and get some more balance in my team. It seems a bit lopsided in terms of Tottenham players. So what I'm gonna do is,
you have 3 Spur players, right?
Yes, so I'm going to, despite Dyer not having started for me since I've gotten him, I'm most likely going to drop Dyer. Because the reason for that, again, is twofold. Like the fixtures that I wanted him for didn't happen, first off. And the second thing is they play Leeds next. So I don't think Tottenham keeps a clean sheet. And then again, I want more balance in my team, and I'm really liking Arsenal's fixtures. So I'm going to take a gamble on Arsenal and get in holding. That's what my plan is. I wanted a City defender. I wanted John Stones, actually. But again, with this whole COVID thing, I'm not going to take a risk on that. Arsenal have won 2 games back-to-back. The fixtures are easy. So I'm most likely that's what my change is. Dyer for holding. That gives me balance. That gives me Arsenal cover over good fixtures. So, yeah, that's what my thinking is so far.
Are you?
So let's discuss.
I think Zaha. I hate the guy. He just can't stop scoring.
Nah. I'm not interested in any of that.
One punt possible is Phillips of Liverpool. He started last game. Matip is out, I think, till the 26th of January. And so is Gomez, and so is Van Dijk. So he almost becomes a certain starter. I think he's at 4.3, 4.4. So to get into Liverpool defense, Phillips might be a risk worth taking for the double game week. They've got Burnley as a game. So that's that's a home game. And the other they have is Man United. So maybe a player to look out for.
And I want to add one more thing. I just don't know what the hell to do with Pulisic. I mean, if you look at the eye test, or if you look at the stats, everything is there. Everything is there except for his finishing boots. He just does not have those on.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you seem to be stuck with him.
Unlucky, my hand is forced right now with the whole Dyer situation. But again, I don't know, man, because the City and Chelsea fixture also might not happen because of a COVID outbreak in the City camp.
Why would
So
they?
I don't know. I'm just going to hold off.
Frank's departure if Chelsea doesn't win. Is he really on the hot seat?
I think that's just the media. I mean, honestly, I don't think that's going to be a good move. So
I think he's doing a very decent
I can't
job.
say.
So it would be a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, given that they had a transfer ban last season, they definitely overachieved by qualifying for the Champions League. They finished top of their group this year in the Champions League, So, I mean, if all the big teams are dropping points, Liverpool is dropping points, City are dropping points, I don't see what the big deal is. But obviously, the rumors are going to, keep coming out. So anyway, let's not get sidetracked and get back to captain picks. Salman, you're up. Who's going to be your captain? Fernandes. Nice. And Murtaza, what about you?
And Salman is right. We should just give it to Bruno for the season and forget about it. The guy looks determined till the end.
He's driving the whole team. They have a home game against Villa. Liverpool have a away game against Southampton. We all just talked about McCarthy and Southampton's defense. So it's a safe choice.
But but Aston Villa's defense is not bad.
It's not, and neither is Southampton's.
Yeah, so it's a tough call, man. I think maybe Bamford might be a better choice. Dare I say?
Against Spurs.
Against Spurs?
It's Spurs at home.
Yaar, Zaha against Sheffield.
Yeah.
Zaha against Sheffield is a good punt. For someone who's in the bottom half of their league, maybe a good thing to try.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So most likely, I'm also going to captain Fernandes.
Otherwise, maybe Saka owners as well can take a punt on Saka. He's playing against West Brom.
That's a bit crazy. That's a bit crazy.
West Brom conceded 5 goals against Leeds.
I know, but I don't know, man. Man, you don't need to make such outrageous bets. This is a marathon. It's not a race. Like, it's a marathon. So need to stop focusing on sprinting a little. At least for me personally. I mean, I've been really happy with my performance last 3-4 game weeks. I've gotten 50 plus points every week consistently. And had I made more sensible captain picks, I feel like I would have gotten slightly more points. Like, I really, not for this game against Tottenham, but I really thought that Bamford should be captain last week. But I was just too scared to go against the crowd.
And what a team.
Obviously, this week I don't think so.
It's so much fun watching. Great.
Yeah. Bielsa ball, man. He doesn't fuck around.
Super exciting team. So I think Fernandes is the safest choice for the coming game week
right now. But again, that Aston Villa defense is very impressive. I mean, the only thing that's sort of in Fernandes' favor is because Tyrone Mings, I believe, got a red card.
Yeah,
and he did miss the last game.
He's
I'm
back.
not sure if he's available.
He's
back.
He got 2 yellow.
Straight.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm basically
but
my
I think
captain choice is either between Salah or Fernandes, and it's going to be determined by, let's say, Man United's home form versus Liverpool's away form, I guess.
I think the vice captain pick has also become important, keeping in mind possible match postponements. There are people who had Son and Kane as captain, vice captain.
Son and Sterling as vice captain.
Yeah, Son and Sterling as vice captain, KDB. So I think vice captain choice becomes important in this scenario. So I put in Salah and Fernandes. Fernandes as captain, Salah as vice captain. Safe choices.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that pretty much covers it from us here at FMLPK. Again, a reminder, deadline is early at 9 p.m. on Friday, 1st Jan tomorrow. And just keep an eye out on injuries, any news, possible fixture delays. We just don't know, man. So good luck with everything.
Yeah.
Get
Good
to
luck in a
1,000
great
points.
2021.